In this video, we are going to learn how to find the magnitude of vector addition. In order to add two vectors, say vector AB and vector BC, we need to ensure that these two vectors forms a continuous path. For instance, if this is vector AB and this is vector BC, we will be able to add these two vectors up because they form a continuous path, and we can use the triangle law of addition to find the resultant vector AC. So to add up two vectors AB and BC, we will have resultant vectors AC. We can look at this in terms of the idea of displacement. Traveling from point A to point B and point B to point C is the same as saying we are traveling from point A to point C. Let's look at this example here. We have vector OQ to be 10 units and vector OP to be 12 units. Angle QOP is given to be 117 degrees, and we are asked to find the magnitude of vector OP plus vector OQ. Yes, you realize that we cannot immediately add vector OP with vector OQ because they do not form a continuous path. We can easily correct this by shifting vector OQ parallelly over to this side to form the new vector PQ prime. By shifting it parallelly, we can ensure that the direction remains the same and the magnitude remains to be 10 units. So we can now add OP with PQ prime, which is exactly equals to OQ. Now, to find the addition of OP with PQ prime, it is actually giving us the resultant vectors OQ prime. And how do we find the resultant vector OQ prime's magnitude? Well, first we have to have this angle here, and we know that angle OPQ prime is simply 180 degrees minus 117 degrees. This is due to the angle property interior angle. And this will give us the value of 63 degrees. Now, having found this angle here, how then do we find the magnitude of OQ prime? We can find the magnitude of OQ prime using the formula for cosine rule, which is a square plus b square minus 2ab cosine c. And the value of a square is actually 12. The value of b square will be equals to 10 square. And the value of c will be equals to 63 degrees. And after finding that, do remember to square roots. And this will give us the answer 11.6 units corrects to 3 significant figures. So to find the magnitude of vector OP plus vector OQ, we will be finding the magnitude of OQ prime. In order to do so, we'll be using the cosine rule here to give us the answer 11.6 units.